morning, mother truckers. What's up, y'all? Welcome into Two Really Real Dudes. My name is Jaden. This is Hoove.
What is
Welcome
going
in.
on, y'all?
Hello. Good morning, guys. How you doing today, Hoove?
Hey, Jaden, what day is it?
Hump day!
Hump day! Yo, I hope everybody gets through the hump today, does a little hump today. You guys be the pick of what you choose to do with your day today. But since you're choosing to be in this podcast right now, I want to thank you guys with so much love and support for everything you guys have been doing for us on all platforms. In case you guys didn't know, we are now out on Spotify, Apple Music, and on YouTube, the number 2 Really Real Dudes. Make sure you guys all do us a favor. Click the bell, turn the noties on, subscribe to the channel, guys. Let's blow up already. The world needs to hear this. You guys already know.
Yeah, it does. And you know what we like to start it off with, guys? Something I'm really big on. I've been doing for a while. What are we grateful for today? What are we grateful for? Hoove, chat, let us know below. But Hoove, you start us off. What are we grateful for today?
Today, guys, I am very grateful for the fact that I have heat. It just snowed today, and we got snow outside, 5-6 inches on the ground. You know, anything after 5 inches is definitely bonus. So I'm happy to have that, and happy to have a nice, warm house I can stay in. I know there's a lot of people out there that don't have the basic need of having heat or shelter during times like this. So I'm just thankful for that today.
I like that. Yeah, a lot of people got snow today, dude. A lot of people got snow today. Hey, I will say I'm grateful for this, guys. A journal. Something where you could go in and write your thoughts, do a lot of cool things if you need to. A place, your time. You call it your diary. I don't care. Just a place where you can jot down your thoughts. I'm grateful for that and having that outlet no matter how easy it is. Even a piece of paper every day. But I'm grateful for that today.
Corey Lee, good for you for helping somebody out who needed gas.
Like when you guys drive up, I don't know, obviously states it's snowing, you probably don't see it as much. Like when you guys see people on the side of the roads or they have signs up panhandling. Yo, if you guys have anything in your car, I'm not saying money. Like if you have like half drinking water bottle, even to like say you're coming back from dinner and you have leftover food, dude, odds you actually drink the rest of that or eat the rest of that compared to just get like, it doesn't have to be money all the time. If they truly are in need of help, and I'm being serious here, they will take that and they'll be very grateful for it. If they don't want it, all right, you did your due diligence to like give back.
There's
like,
a reason. There's a reason they don't take it too. There's a reason. If somebody is really truly struggling and needs something like that, there's a reason they don't take it if they don't take it. Because if you're truly on the corner panhandling and you really are in need of the money, then things like that or food or whatever it is, like those are things that I, as somebody in that situation, would be very, very grateful for. Personally.
Truth. So hey, Mr. Daddy Who?
Yeah, you guys ready for the dad joke of the day?
Yeah, you got a daddy joke? Give me a daddy
good,
joke.
Y'all. I really think this one's good. All right.
Oh gosh, here we go.
Why do North Koreans draw the straightest lines? Because they have a supreme ruler.
Oh.
No,
say it
Y'all
again.
didn't like that one?
Say it again.
Why do North Koreans draw such straight lines? Because they have a supreme ruler. I thought that was pretty funny.
That's actually really funny.
Oh, my cheeks are a little bit.
Yeah, where's the knee slap? Give us a knee slap. Yeah.
Listen, Jake didn't get it at first, so I just felt like the knee slap.
No, I got it, dude.
You know?
I was just thinking about it. I was like, oh, okay.
Jaden was discussing something with me earlier, and Jaden, you want to talk a little bit about what you were pitching to me?
Yeah. So I'm going to be starting big time with a lot of my training. We know that with Spartan racing, and I'm going to be starting my hot yoga series big time. I need to start getting into that at least 2 or 3 times a week. Yeah, it's a great workout. It's great for stretching. It's great for opening your body. But what people miss is it's great for internal peace. Like it's great for the meditation. It's great for the Zen, and it's great for your body to not only open up physically, but like spiritually, mentally as well, and to ground yourself that way. So I've been telling Hooves all about that, and also challenging him to start running and do things like that. I know it's hard because we got freaking snow now. But just doing things, even like meditation and manifestation, and doing all these things spiritually and with our mind, because shit, dude, that's something we all lag big time, big time.
Very, very much so. And with the yoga, y'all, like that's a practice that like you can use for yourself, and really start to make it your peaceful time. It'll be difficult at first, like don't get it twisted. Yoga is very difficult. Like it's hard to get into the stretches, it's hard to be in the right positions for stuff, but like the more you do it consistently, it starts to become more of a wellness practice for yourself. Kind of like people that go to the gym and they work out every day. Like that's like a lot of people's therapy, right? When they go to the gym, they go to work out, they go to pump, they go to like relieve their stress and stuff. But yoga can be done in a very spiritual way along the same way, like a very healing way, where like weightlifting, although like you're blowing off a bunch of steam when you're going to work out, a lot of times it's a lot less like inner zen when you're doing something like that, I think.
That takes a lot of strength, yo. You have to learn yoga. You can't just go do yoga. I mean, I know like a lot of people will go do yoga. Like you have to go do it to learn it. But you can't just think you're going to go on your first time and you're going to know every little piece about it. It is such a it's not even like the learning about just yoga. It's the practice of learning yourself, of controlling yourself. And like, that's why hot yoga is such a mind battle. It's such a mind battle, guys. And I don't know, Hoove, have you done hot yoga? Have you ever
I,
done it?
so I've never done hot yoga, but I know this is a little sidebar. This isn't really that important, but my girl's done she's done goat yoga before, bro. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of goat yoga. You get to go like do yoga with a bunch of little goats running around. Pretty freaking cool. But I've done regular yoga plenty of times, and somebody in the chat really hit the nail on the head with like making sure that you're like consistent with what you're doing. I think that that's like in yoga, it's a practice. It's something that you build into yourself, you know? I think that that's something that really we kind of encompass this when we talk a lot on this podcast, just like showing up every day, you know, like doing that for yourself. And I think with like yoga and stuff, that's such a powerful thing to do. And when you talk about hot yoga, I couldn't imagine being sweating my butt off trying to do these poses and things that are so difficult.
Well, that's the thing too. When it comes to like hot yoga, and you talk about like internal zen and like just the freaking meditative state, what it's teaching you ultimately is not to stretch and to feel like you're limber or like you're like it's not stretching. It's stretching your mind, yo. It's taking us that humble moment that you have to literally stop and lay down and get as low as you can to the ground where you're finding energy again. And you have to learn to breathe, because if you can't breathe, you can't survive that stuff. And what you learn throughout consistency, like we say, repetitive, going back, doing it again, fighting it again. People are like, oh, it's so hard to breathe in there. Yeah, it's because your breath work is getting so fast. That's what happens in life when you get anxiety or when you get super, super overwhelmed or stressed. You breathe really fast. You can't do that in hot yoga. You have to learn to
And
breathe,
if you do,
balance.
you cause yourself a lot more internal like
Oh yeah, and
struggle
that's the thing
by
with hot yoga, dude. Like if you haven't done it, man, like you'll be 40 minutes in and they'll be like, we have one more sway through. You'll be like, in your mind, you're literally like, holy crap, dude. Like, I'm going down right now. Like, I'm done. Like, I might pass out. You can walk out. You can walk out, take some air. Or it's like, hey, let's humbly just lay down as I'm watching this woman next to me that at least has 30 years on me doing a handstand 40 minutes into this thing. But like, you can see in her eyes, she doesn't care what's happening around her. She knows nobody's judging her. She knows
yeah.
that if somebody's judging her, they're probably hurting a lot more because they are not focusing on themselves and trying to stay grounded. They're not trying to just be them. It's when you start worrying about other people or what like the teacher's doing or if you have the right pose.
And
That's
that goes in all walks of life, dude. Like I think a lot of times we do get stuck looking at other people and comparing ourselves to other people. And everybody's on their own journey at their own different points, you know? Like we really a lot of times spend so much pressure and exertion of energy on trying to catch up to somebody or trying to be just like somebody else or to jump parts in our own growth and journeys in whatever aspect life it might be able to get to somewhere that we're not quite ready to get to yet. And we have to really allow ourselves to be okay. We bring it back to this idea, this present moment awareness, to be like, presently, I'm not in that position. I'm not to the point where I would like to be, but all I can do right now is focus on what's here and what I can do in this at this time. And like, if we really start to do that as individuals and as a collective, like, it will make things so much better for every single person, because you literally just, we spend our whole lives chasing something a lot of times that's just unattainable in that way.
Damn truth. Are you gonna go do hot yoga?
I'm in. I'll do one.
You
I'm not
should.
scared. I'll do it, bro. I like yoga. I think it's a great practice. I used to do it
Just
more.
don't
I
just
kind
take
of
the word
stopped.
just take the word hot out. Just don't even think it's hot. Just go
I
in
mean,
there
I'm in.
knowing,
Bro, I'm in. I'll go in sweatpants, bro. Lock me down. Put me in. I'm in, coach. Let's go.
dude. Like I'll go in, man. Like there's certain like studios here. I know everywhere people or wherever people live, you probably don't have as many yoga studios as I do being in Phoenix and Scottsdale. Like they're everywhere. But there's some here where they'll give you towels, bro. They'll give you like a cold towel, like if you're laying on your back, like they're like a little healing pad, and they keep them by you, right, bro? I had 9 of these towels one time, and I walked out of the class, and everybody else had like 2.
Oh, why'd you have so many?
Because it was like I didn't go for a long time. This was like 5 months ago,
So
and it
you're
was like
like,
the
you
first
needed
time I
them, is
went
what you're
back,
saying?
and I literally humbly took the L. Like I knew I needed those, man, and I felt better though knowing I took those rather than walking out on myself or
I
like
know.
walking away from the pain. That's what
No.
it teaches you, and that's the way you have to think about it. Yeah, it's cool to go and do like I'm not going to say this for hot yoga. Like you want to talk about a self caring what do you call it? Exercise, something that you literally learn yourself and you learn to live and like just bring your frequency down. That is it, all
And
day.
and there's no shame. Again, like, back to what we started this conversation with, there's no shame in accepting that you're not at the point you want to be yet. It's okay. Like Jaden, he knew I've been gone for 5 months. I am not worth a toot coming in here and doing this hot yoga. So I do need my towels. I do need to go get those towels. But if I continue to come back into this yoga and I'm doing it more often again, then I'm not going to need the towels. But no shame in grabbing the towels when you need them to continue to finish what you started. You know what I mean? That's such a big thing in all walks of life. Make sure you guys resonate with that and make sure you're picking that up.
That's the truth, yo. MJ Pal saying I sweat too much, dude. I sweat so much, and you're gonna sweat, yo. I will drip. It will drip off of me, but you have to learn. That's what I'm saying, yo. This is all I'm gonna say in a sense. I said it. I said the words in a sense, and we'll move on from here. But you want to really learn to dive into yourself and pull through on moments where you're self doubting yourself, or you don't think you can pull through. Hot yoga. Don't give a shit about the sweat. Just go in there and do your thing, even if it's lay there for 40 minutes. Try it. And like the whole thing with goat yoga, I approve it. But wait till one of those buckaroos kicks you in the face, man. Ooh, I've seen
Try,
it.
try, try not to lay on your back the whole time, though. Like, try not to. I mean, you
No,
can
try
if you
not
want
to. But
to,
I'm
but
saying,
try
even if
not
you
to.
go in there, do it. Lay on your back, yo. Like that's hard still. I bet you can't even do that for 45 minutes. Some people can't. It's hard.
I would struggle. Truthfully, I honestly would struggle. I'm a pretty fit guy, and I would definitely struggle a little bit with it. I'm not gonna lie to you. Um,
You guys know hey, did
what?
you know onions are good for detoxing your body? Like
I've
onions in your
heard that, bro.
socks?
Like, if you cut up an onion and you like set it out, I heard it's really good for you too.
Yeah, because when you put onions, like I know socks, it's supposed to, because when you cry, it's pulling certain toxins out of your body. And I heard like people put them in their socks, dude. They go crazy with them right now.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. I was
My
just reading.
armpits smell like onions sometimes. All right. Speaking of sweaty, smelly armpits, y'all. I want to move over into this idea. Like, a major key for us is that, like, Jade and I both practice this quite a bit. Is just naturally mindfulness. And hygiene is a huge thing, but just in the sense of like, what kind of like routines or things do you do for yourself to try to like mindfully keep yourself in a good place? Like, what are some things that you personally do to kind of keep that going for yourself?
I don't blame others.
Mm.
I don't blame others because the moment I have to blame somebody else, I'm going to have I'm going to have a shield not to do certain things that I know I need to do, which are things like getting movement. So walking, working out, running, that's definitely my thing right there.
I love that. I absolutely love that. I think just I'm gonna bring this back to like our consistency thing we talked about at the beginning. Guys, like Jaden also journals every day, like he was saying at the start of the podcast with you guys. Man's is working out or running every day. Like getting into a consistent groove with yourself is so important. I have been lacking so hard on these things, and it's really easy to make excuses for yourself to not do these things, right? Like because it's winter time right now, I make the excuses of not wanting to go and do working out or going to run or going to explore outside. And like we as human beings are very, 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 very good at like choosing to do things only when we choose to want to do them. Like we are very good at allowing ourselves to slip through patterns that we could definitely just set for ourselves and stay consistent on. But when we allow ourselves to slip one time through these patterns, a lot of times we find ourselves not getting back into the patterns again. You know what I mean? Like I struggle with that a lot. So I'm sure there's a lot of people that do too.
You ever read the book Atomic Habits?
I have not.
Guys, this is a great book you guys should all read. I have it always around me. I'm always getting back into it. I don't fully read it. I've read it like 3 times. But read Atomic Habits. I forget the author. I think it's James Clear. But that book, yo, it literally is a huge breakdown on trying to take even like what you think are toxic habits or good habits or habits that you think are good that are bad and just perspectively seeing things differently and how you should kind of like attain what he is talking about and changing what he didn't even say it as a bad habit, but a habit of forgetting or putting off or I'll do tomorrow or what we call procrastination or just saying fuck it, I totally forgot about it, but I'll get back to it. That book will help tremendously. Self-care is big for me. True.
So
Well,
I
when it
saw
comes,
this. I saw this TikTok video yesterday. I thought it was really powerful. Um, since we're talking about like minutes of the day and procrastinating and things, the video was just like this. Every day you wake up, you have $86,400 that gets deposited in your bank account. What are you going to do with the money? Any money that's left over doesn't get rolled over. Naturally, you're going to spend the money, right? You're going to go and make sure you're spending every dime of that money because at the end of the day, you don't want to have any more money in that bank account because it'll get refreshed tomorrow. There's 86,400 seconds in a day. What are you going to do with your 86,400 seconds that you get every single day?
that's good. You're going to fucking invest them, baby.
You're going to invest them in everything you do, right? You should give every single bit of what you have because everybody gets the same 86,400 seconds.
I say it every day, bro. I say when we wake up, we look positives over negatives, getting after every day with everything you have to offer, yo. If you guys got 100% to give or you got 50% to give, like you're throwing up, you feel like shit, yeah, you might as well give it 50% of your life back, yo. That means you got 100% of 50% you got to give. Or you have 100% to give. So how about we give everything there and maybe we could give a little more effort towards this person that's 50% to help them too. But it's the fucking truth, yo. Give it everything every day. Why not?
And James, that's so true. Don't waste what's left over because of 10 bad ones. Your day goes through rough patches, y'all. Your year goes through rough patches. Your life goes through rough patches. What you do with those times where you get knocked down and you get through the tough stuff, don't let those bog down your seconds of amazing greatness that you have to fill this life out with. Like those moments will come and go. Power through those moments when they happen and allow yourself to continue to experience life at the fullest level possible. All right. Because those moments will disappear. That 10 seconds of difficultness throughout your day, in the grand scheme of the 86,000 seconds in a day, it won't matter. Man, that's good.
I mean,
That's
you
good
guys
shit
were
right there.
talking, man. I was talking fucking real talk. What is this now? What is it? Monday is Saturday? It's been like a week, 3 days since my brother, it's a friend, family friend, best friend, yo, shot himself. Yo, you guys got no idea. You got no idea. Same night I go through a breakup. You guys got no idea what I'm going through. You guys got no idea what who's going through. You guys have no fucking idea what anybody's going through, even if they're behind a cash register and you're giving them shit because the system's going slow, which they have no control over. But you guys don't know what your kids are feeling that day. You guys don't even know what your own body is feeling or your mind is feeling. So what's the point in getting up and just half-assing these feels? Like, what's the point in getting up and half-assing our emotions to other people? What's the point in doing that stuff? Like, give it everything you got every day. Do it so well for yourself so you can do it so well for other people. Like, do that, yo. Give it everything you got to fucking give that day, man. Live every second. Spend every one of those dollars, but do it in a meaningful way. Meaningful as in yourself, and meaningful so you can pick up others all the way, man. All the way.
100%. And when you are doing that, like, the empathy becomes such a big thing for you, because when you realize that I'm going through some stuff internally, right? I am struggling as a human being right now. I am going through something. That person that's across the counter, they might be feeling the exact same freaking way, but you decide to take out your anger on them, and that in turn makes them feel even worse from what they're going through right now. You wouldn't want somebody coming towards you with negative energy or being hateful or being angry or being frustrated when you're internally struggling with something. But we're 100% okay a lot of times putting our hate out towards people. And that's such a negative and terrible thing to do, because literally, if you just think about it, what if that person's going through it too? What if that person is struggling worse than you and you don't even know it because you're not able to even understand or comprehend the things that they're dealing with? That's something that you guys and everybody needs to start being aware of whenever they have any kind of interaction with any single person.
No, it's the truth, yo. It's the truth. I've never fucking understood it, man. I've never understood how. I mean, I can actually. I understand. I understand why people can be assholes to other people, because people are living in an asshole. They're living in a shitty life. They're living in a life that hasn't been wiped clean. And I say that all pun intended, because truth it is what it is. You have to accept the fact that you're living how you are, and you need to change. You need to dig a new hole. You need to be better, but be better for yourself so you can be better for other people. You just have to accept that. And it's hard. It's very fucking hard to accept that for people. But selfishly, we got to.
It's hard to comprehend for a lot of people too. Not even just like it's hard to understand. It's hard to comprehend because of the fact that in order to do that, you have to be willing to put yourself in the person that you were talking to's shoes immediately, without ever even knowing who they are, what they're doing, or what's going on. Because Jade and I talk every day. Dude doesn't know what's going on internally within myself every freaking day, every battle that I fight. You know? And these are people we're talking individuals that you don't even know. You have no clue what the bank clerk has going on. You have no clue what the person working the drive-through has been going through to work at McDonald's to get by, to provide for their family and their two kids and their baby mama who's pregnant with their third. Like, you guys have no clue what those people are going through. But they come into work and they're putting on their best face to try to give you customer service, to try to get through their day. Like, you have no idea.
The truth. That's the fucking truth, yo. All right. I got something on a quote.
We just heavy today, bro. These
No,
are
that
all
was
good
heavy
conversations,
today.
but like,
That's the truth, though, guys. Like, I don't know, man. It's hard to talk about without.
let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. How do we do better? How do we do better? How can we, as individuals, as a collective, how can we continue to change and make things better for everybody? We kind of touched on it a little bit as
I
we're
get
kind of
answer that
discussing.
plain and simple. Like, and it's to say like this: if you want to make change in this world, the first thing we have to do is ground ourselves in meaning. We have to fucking learn ourselves, and we have to accept who we are and accept what has happened and what has become to be. And we need to, yeah, live in this moment, but now we need to work on ourselves to be better for other people. So we can't point fingers, and there's no more blaming others with those points. Take all the fingers and point it right back at yourself.
And how can we here a way we can a
Like
way
you're
that we
saying,
can kickstart
exercises.
these things.
Exercises are different.
Things we can kickstart this with. If you guys are like, damn, I want to start doing that for myself. I don't know how. First step, I recommend finding some really good books, y'all.
Oh, if you're
Finding some
talking
really
this
good
is
books, y'all.
different. You got to break that down.
All right. What?
Let it go.
Books. Books are an amazing way to get going on stuff, guys. Listening to some of the people that you look up to and admire in your life that are positive influences, spending more time around them, picking their brains and starting to understand why they feel the way they do and why they think the way that they do. And number 3 for me, personally, on ways that you can jumpstart this within yourself, meditation. It is going to suck when you first start meditating. You know why? Because when you sit down, you get all comfy. You can lay however you want. Try to have an erect spine. You get your freaking fingers nice and zen. No, look, close your eyes, get comfortable, find a spot that works for you, whatever makes you comfortable. It doesn't have to be namaste. Like, find a place where you can be in your own space. Sit down, focus on your breathing, and just take some deep breaths. It's going to suck at first because your brain's going to be all over the place. You're going to be thinking about what's for dinner. You're going to be thinking about when's mom coming over. You're going to be thinking, I got to get the kids to soccer practice. I got to wash the dishes. I got to do the laundry. But eventually, the more you do that, although those things will come to the forefront of your brain, you're going to be able to be like, I do have those things to do, but I'm meditating right now. So let me just take some more deep breaths and relax. And it's such a powerful thing that you can do to allow your brain to slow down and to stop it from going all the time. Because that's what mine does all the time.
All day. If I had 3 steps, I would definitely. You got to break it down with a journal. If you guys want to dive into yourself, you got to break it down with a journal. You guys need to say that. Number 2, you guys need to, dive into books all day. And the books can't be just books. They can't. I want to be honest with that. We need self-developing books. We need books that are going to open your mind. Not science fiction. Not books that are romantic series. Not the series of unfortunate events. Not Magic Treehouse books or hit now. No, we need books that are going to test our limits, that are going to test our perspectives, and they're going to test our understanding to learn differently so we can be different, so we can change. Yeah, still read those books, but read books that are geared towards developing yourself. And then number 3, move the best you can, yo. Start going on walks, meditation. That's moving the brain. Go work out the best you can, but don't overdo it so you're so tired you can't redo everything you're doing the next day. Do it to the point where, feel good, or we have a good pump, or it's been enough today, and let's start it over tomorrow.
Yeah, I want to know another one too. For anybody that's like, look, maybe meditation, maybe reading's not my thing. There's a little thing on Netflix, y'all. It's called Headspace Guide to Meditation. It's like a 12-episode meditation series on Netflix. 12 minutes each episode. They walk you through a guided meditation. It's a beautiful way to start your meditations because when you do a guided meditation, it really helps you with the breathing. It really helps you with focusing on how to center yourself when you're doing things. It'll also give you different methods to which you can use to meditate. And guided meditations are really, really powerful at the beginning because you have no clue what you're doing when you just sit there and close your eyes, right? Like, so I recommend that to anybody that's starting out that's never done meditation before. Headspace Guide to Meditation on Netflix.
Truth. Man, guys, just this is my morning Zen spot. Oh, why does it do that? Boom. Like, I come here and the first thing is like the Book of Calm.
Oh, bro, tell me you started that book.
12.
Tell me you started The Power of Now.
Not yet. Goal map.
Bro.
Like, these books are all self-developing books. These books are books. Hold on. These are books where it's just they're going to develop something. They're going to do something in time for myself. They're not just going to be on the bookshelf for looks. These are books that get digested 2-3 times. They get written in. Like, if you get one of my books personally, you'll probably see notes in there that are from my brain that I'll go back when I reread it and I'll be like, wow, I totally see that differently now. I highlight stuff, key stuff Don't just read it and forget it. Look at it, man. Write notes down. Write it into your journal. You want to change some shit in your life? You want to be better for other people? You want to be better for yourself? Learn to break a book down. Learn to breathe in hot yoga or meditation. Learn to take time and slow it the hell down. Try to read a book and overthink at the same time.
Can't do it.
Not going to happen. Not going to happen because you're not going to be able to read in between the lines. No, you're not.
Also, there's no rush.
Never.
I just want to really, really hit that hammer home on that, because you guys don't have to go super speed. You could take your journey as fast or as slow as you want to. You can take your internal healing as fast or as slow as you want to. And sometimes it's okay to be going slow in life. I know we live in such a fast-paced world that we expect things to happen overnight, but like healing within the self, practicing meditation, reading books, growing as an individual to be able to help yourself and to help others takes time. It takes time.
The Kaizen, y'all, one step at a time.
Truthfully.
One little step at a time. That's all we need, guys. We'll get there. We'll all get there. You just got to take ownership of yourself. You got to take ownership of your life. Your life isn't my life. Whose life isn't my life? His life is his life, and my life is my life. But when it comes to life,
your life is my life, and my life is your life. When you really look at it through a scope of being empathetic towards one another, it's all at the end of the day one big family that you guys really should be sharing love to. Everybody, your whole world is constant love if you allow it to be.
Oh yeah, literally. So hell yeah, he's like, yeah, it's all love, baby.
It is, bro.
It is all love, yo. But if you can't love yourself genuinely, you're not gonna be able to love 100 people, let alone one person more than yourself. You might think you are. You might say you love this person, but do you love yourself enough to dive deep enough so you can be happy on any move they make, any success they make, any failure they do?
Do you have any advice on potentially what you as an individual could do to learn to love yourself better? Perhaps let's use that. Do you have anything that you believe is a very strong thing that you've done, maybe, or something you've found out that you think is very, very powerful in helping to learn to love yourself? I know it's a loaded question.
One more time. Ask it one more time. So
like, if you had to come up with something that you've done or have heard or seen in order to learn to love yourself better, what exactly would you choose as one of the most important things in learning to love yourself that you've picked up on?
Learn to dissect yourself. I've said this probably twice now today. Learn to dissect your brain. So when it comes to music in the gym, don't listen to just one genre of music because you're at the gym, so you listen to this. Have a week where you listen to, or just listen to music with how you're feeling, and learn not to feel bad when you're listening to sad songs because you're sad or this and that. Learn to dissect those moments when you feel like absolute shit talky and turn it into motivation. So that's what I want to say. Learn to take every little thing that is coming your way and not pointing fingers, but more so like, come on, motivation. Because if this is a bad L, I'm going to get better. But if this is a W, I'm like, oh, it's even more motivation. Everything's a motive. Everything's a motive to be better. Every failure I have, it's a motive to be better. Every fucking success I have, it's a motive to be better. Everybody I meet, it's a motive to be better, whether there is a hater or a lover. But that's something I've dissected over time with allowing emotion to come. I've allowed that. I've accepted my emotions. I've accepted that I can cry. I've accepted that I can yell. I've accepted I can be happy as fuck. But exactly what Raptor's saying, forgive yourself and accept everything you are and have done. And stop saying I'm here because of X, Y, Z.
That part. The first, I would say that's one of the first steps. We're all built into a life where we have had so many mistakes, so many issues, so many problems, so many traumas, whatever it is that you will title those things, that we have to really get to the point of really truly just forgiving ourselves first. That is, and sometimes it's not even forgiving ourselves, it's forgiving the entire situation. Sometimes there's situations that aren't even your fault, or you're just involved. And a lot of times we can hold on to those things and resent those things for so long because of what somebody else might have done or what other people might have done, that the moment we start to forgive the internalness of the entire situation, you really truly free yourself. There's no more ties. You don't allow the brain and the body and the mind to be tied down to something that no longer has purpose for you. It no longer serves you. It's hard to allow things to not serve you anymore because we want things to serve us for as long as possible and we don't like the change. But sometimes we have to transcend those moments of time that have really impacted us in such a negative way, or even simple things, like a lot of times we hold ourselves accountable for really dumb things that happen to ourselves and we never let them go, and we're fearful of those things for literally forever.
Well, that's what I was thinking about. Like, people will say that, yeah, I've always got questions when it comes to how I word, like, yo, like, accept your emotions, like, live, like, feel them, but don't dwell in them. Don't hold on to that state of sadness or that the the tears or the lack of motivation. That's like, it's okay to live in the tears. But now that I've learned to take that and turn it into motivation, my tears have over time now in the last week, I have a lot more motivation to be better for myself so I can be better for other people because of the situation that I don't need to talk about. We all know. But it's not dwelling in it. It's not pointing fingers. And it's exactly what Hoove is saying. It's just knowing that there's fucking love all the way around. And if we don't do something step by step, yo, crawl by crawl, day by day, nothing will be done.
100%. And
Nothing will be done.
with the feelings, y'all, like, something that's so powerful for me that I've learned is completely embrace the emotions when they come. Allow the feeling to pass through your entire body. But just because you feel something doesn't mean you need to react to said feeling. So that's something that, for example, crying, great to cry, dude. Natural detox of the body from the negative energy that you need to get out. But anger, let's say anger, let's use that as a discussion topic here. We'll use anger, and I feel angry. I'm so mad because somebody just did me so dirty. Somebody just cut my legs out from under me, just completely, right? I can choose to react and negatively affect that person as well as myself, because I'm already hurting myself with how I feel. But I could continue to hurt somebody else with that emotion as well if I wanted to, or anybody else I might come into contact with that day, right? Like my significant other, I might take it out on them because, oh, somebody just really grind my gears the wrong way today, and I'm just not happy about it. Or we could feel that emotion and choose that I don't have to react to that person. I don't have to allow those 10 seconds of my day to tarnish the rest of my day. I still have 86,390 seconds of my day that can be amazing.
And that, yeah, all day. And Jordana's saying something, respond, don't react. I would say react all day. Do not expect. Do not expect. Do not expect one thing from nobody in the terms of expectations. Because we've talked about this one. If you have expectations for a people, they're never going to be met fully. They're never going to be what they are. And if they are over the top, that's a once in a life. Like, that's once in a moment. So, yeah, reactionary moments day by day, taking the little steps. I fucking love it. Yo, this is beautiful. Ooh, wee.
My reaction was a fist to somebody's face. Yeah, well, that's not always a good thing. Not always a good thing. I'm glad that you control those emotions because we don't need to. Or that J Powell says that anger is not actually an emotion; it's a reaction to a feeling. So that's probably true because the feeling would be pain or anguish or hurt. I can understand where you're coming from with that. So don't allow those reactions to happen. Is basically what I was trying to
But
say. Don't.
what emotion is it reacting to?
She said probably pain. Usually pain or like I would say yeah. I mean a lot of anger
But
stems
there
from.
is a difference between like physical emotional pain and then, oh, that's a good one, yo. Like, what is that pain? What is that emotional pain when it's in the head? Like ah.
Yeah, I mean,
What
isn't
is
that? I
that?
mean, that is. I mean, but you're feeling, and you feel anger because of something else usually, right?
Like everybody has that moment where they're like before they out or before they react to the emotion. There's an emotion that comes over you, and you're like like you're mad. Is it mad? Is that an emotion? Mad?
That
Happiness and emotion.
I don't know.
Oh
I
shit.
guess
Okay. Anger is a reaction. Oh shit.
I don't know. I guess you're
Push that
right.
from
I
all
mean, if
day.
you really look at it right like that, there's underlying causes to which you feel the anger for. Like, for example, if somebody cuts me off on the highway, I don't know, that to me that's feeling angry. I feel angry at that person sometimes. But like why do I feel angry? Because I'm allowing their a reaction
Exactly.
to
No,
affect
that's
me.
amazing.
Like I,
That's a good one right there. No, I like that. No, yeah, it's like it's frustration. That's the truth right there.
yeah.
All right.
All right. Yeah, I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm with
Yeah.
it. I do feel frustrated. But why am I feeling frustrated in that moment? Because they're causing me an inconvenience?
Well, also you're putting expectations. Here we go. You're
Yeah.
putting whenever that happens, there's expectations. And one thing I've always talked about this, why we have to have reactionary moments. When you have expectations, you are now putting an emotion. You are putting a literal internal emotion into the hands of somebody else. So now you are giving somebody else your power over you. You're literally giving somebody power over you because however they take this piece of power that you are giving them emotionally, if they exceed it or not, that's power. And how you react, God, oh,
Damn, that's fire. I can't
why
even
we live
hold you. That's fire.
reactionary.
I can't even. That's fire. I guess you are expecting that situation. I'm expecting for homie not to freaking cut me off. I guess, but like, all right, that's I guess that's why you feel bothered by stuff like that is because you're literally like, no, then why would somebody cut me off? Oh, you freaking cut me off, you son of a like. I guess it makes sense. Like that's just crazy to think about though. Like I've never really thought about like certain situations like that. I've always believed in the triggers and stuff of like getting angry from something happening to us. But that makes sense. That makes sense. It isn't often expectation, I guess, that everybody will follow the rules of the road and not disregard those. That
Well, that's why the reactionary state of mind is the greatest state of mind because if you let that, but that goes down back to like the self strengthening of observational living, being able to not react the moment something happens,
no, hundred
like being
percent.
able to like digest it and say, okay, kind of in your head, like when you're reading a book, highlight what's happening, write down some notes, and then strike with confidence.
100%. No, that's facts. I That's just such a powerful thing, y'all. That's just such a powerful thing. Just expectations are you can't expect anything from anybody, which is here's the problem with not being able to ever expect anything from anybody. It makes trusting people very difficult, y'all. And I think that that's something that is really hard to do, and in this world especially, um, because the more you expect somebody to be that way, right, it can lead to a lack of trust sometimes. Because if I'm expecting my partner, for example, not I am not. There is no part of me that has 100% certainty that my partner will never leave me, that my partner will never hurt me, that my partner will never leave me. My expectation is that because of the commitment that we made to each other, that will be the case, right? But in reality, you never know what might happen in that regard. So having those expectations is difficult because expectations are just that's such a loaded conversation to have because expectation can be in so many different facets. You know what I mean?
No, definitely, but I feel that. And like when it comes to relationships, definitely this is the truth. Especially with how we have maybe been taught or just generalized what like a love connection is so different. Like we don't get taught to love ourselves first. Like we don't get taught to break yourself down and make a relationship with yourself before you go and make a relationship with somebody else. And so what does that in turn mean? That means you are learning to seek what we call love
Mm-hmm.
from somebody else. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it rather you say that's reactionary or an emotion, like when you put the word love and give that in the hands of somebody else and they have to give you that to hold on to that and just so you can love yourself from that too, that's a problem. That's not right for self-development, and that's not right for you growing like as a human.
The problem is
And so when it comes to the relationship stuff, man, like that word expectation, if you can have it there all you want, I won't have it there because I'm going to react moment by moment because I know that I'm going to go be the best person I can be day in, day out. And what I put on the table is going to be, if not the best, I'm going to learn from it. And
that's
whoever it
fair.
is, they're going to know that. They know that maybe it'll come because Jaden's going to work his ass off. You know what I'm saying? But they're going to react to it.
In regards to relationships, though, you guys, self-love, man, is so important beforehand. But because of the way the society is, we don't care about getting trauma bonded to somebody. We don't care about getting connected with somebody and having them be the source of our happiness. A lot of people have that issue. And because of that, it's just so powerful when we fall into these relationships with people because we haven't built ourselves up before falling for them. So we start to allow these people to dictate the happiness that we receive all the time. And so like when this happened to me in my relationship, it really truly did. My fiance and I have been together for 4 years now. Um, and when we first started together, neither one of us knew who we were. We were codependent on one another. We were just lost individuals. And did we fall in love? Definitely. For what love was at the time, we did. But then we started to learn about conscious energy and ourselves and learning to love ourselves unconditionally and working on growing. And it got to a point in my relationship with her that I ended up splitting with her. And there were other things involved, but we split because I felt like I had grown and discovered who I was as a person and figured out who my being was. I figured out like me. I figured it out. I was like, damn, like this is me. Like, and I was trying to get her to get to that same point with herself. And at the time, this goes all the way back to the beginning, guys. We're all on our own individual journeys all the time. She just wasn't there, bro. She wasn't. She wasn't to the point of understanding that our happiness didn't have to stem from each other and that we could be happy doing our own things and being independent and doing all this stuff. And we broke up, and 3 months later, she had spent nothing but time reading, growing, being mentally meditating, spending so much time working on herself that when we came back together, I could feel that essence from her because we had both gotten to a point where we were like, I don't need you, you don't need me, but we're going to have each other's backs and ride it out no matter what. And that is something that is really truly about love, bro. That is what unconditional love looks like, is having complete ownership of your own happiness and your own self-love, and then getting committed to somebody who also knows that same thing for themselves. And when you do that with somebody, when you get to that point, that's that's my best friend in the whole fucking world, dude. I would not there is not a woman on this planet that I would leave her for. There's not a woman in this entire world that I would look at and feel the exact same way about. The way that I love this girl when I look at her is just wow. That is my person. You have no makeup on. You got crusties in your eyeballs. You got sweatpants on. Man, I fucking love you. I love you
Oh,
so much
truth, yo.
because you're just you. And that when you love yourself for who you are, and your partner comes in and says, "I love myself the way I am," y'all can do anything, dude. Y'all
And
can
that
go
goes
through
both ways, though.
everything, dude.
That goes both ways too. You guys don't know that too. If you guys didn't know, like I broke up with Emma. I broke up with Emma because Emma was going through a lot, yo. She's going through a lot of work, but she's also first time moving out. You know, I'm gonna say just different levels of playing field in terms of life. She was all like, just let's just say like I'm always the last one in bed, first one out kind of thing, in the sense of grinding. Like I'm not out here playing games. But I broke up with her because of that, because of the selfishness of holding each other back. And it is true, yo. If you genuinely do something, not out of hate, but out of love, whether that love is breaking up or that love is getting married, whatever it is. Like there was a love there because I want her to grow and I don't want her to keep feeling like she's like, in a sense, like shadowed under me. I don't know, whatever it was.
But you
But yo,
prevent your
the
own self.
next day she grabbed my face and she said, she's like, thank you. But I'm so sorry too for everything that I put you through. And like there was that moment where I was like, holy shit, like she did realize, like even if it wasn't realization, like it was just a come to you moment because there was that. Like I'm not lagging what I'm doing. I'm not sad because my friend took his life. I'm not fucking living in the tears because I just got broke up or we got broke up with and it happened the same night. You know what I'm saying? Like I've learned to love myself enough where I can handle the emotions and I can perceive everybody else's love and I can see differently on how people see things. And with Emma, it was that. It was a hey, maybe one day again because confidently you are beautiful and you are smart as fuck. You just there's just a ball not rolling right now and you know
Sometimes,
that
bro,
it's in
though,
your court and you got to go make the layup.
it's I like that. Sometimes it takes time, though, bro. And man, I talk about this every time. Time is such a powerful tool, you guys. It doesn't exist, but it also exists so strongly. All right. Every moment that you get here, work on building yourself in whatever way that is. Do not let individuals hold you back, no matter what that means. If that means you
Exactly.
need to
Stop
create a
pointing
space,
fingers.
if that means you need to create a space where that individual or that entity is not a part of your life anymore, then do it. Because you holding yourself back is stopping you from reaching the potential that you have in whatever it is in life. And you have no idea what potential might be hit by whatever you're doing, whoever is coming into your life, whatever might be, unless you allow yourself the space and time to do that for yourself. And if you feel like you just need time to be alone and to do things for yourself, do that. If your partner doesn't understand that, then that person probably doesn't need to be with you if they can't give you the space to be able to heal and to grow and to do the things that you need to do as an individual, because that is what's so important in life. We are brought here onto this planet and we have the opportunity to continually learn, grow, and better the collective. And we literally have that choice every single day.
The truth. The truth,
Don't let
yo,
others
guys.
hold us
Today's
back.
been beautiful, yo.
If you guys are new, make sure you guys go check us out on all platforms: Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, the number 2 Really Real Dudes, man. Jade, you got anything else to add, bro?
Stop living selfishly, guys. Start living selfishly unselfish. Do your thing, yo. Thank you guys for today. Thank you guys for everything. All the support, all the love, for being there for my boy Hooved and myself. Thank you guys.
We love y'all, man. We'll catch you on the next episode. Peace.
Boom.